H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Monday. Oh my God, what a weekend. Oh, great weekend for me. I hope y'all had the same. Wait a minute. She says the top of my list. Hold on, let's get this. We finna get this thing crunk up. So text tag, tell all your friends to watch the Chop Shop right now. I'm gonna give you time. I think I just did it already. Share the show. If you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. If you're on Facebook, give us a like. Share it. It's gonna be. Y'all know it's gonna be different today. Y'all know it's Robert. Y'all know it's not gonna be. See, my partners. See, I got some partners. I got some people that sit back and watch this show, and they watch other shows, and they just say, man, they just can't give it to me like this. They just can't. And I don't know. It's that innate ability that we have on this show to just give you our opinion. You feel me? So let me help you. I don't really know where to start, but let me shout out to my starting five first. Let me see my people. I got to see who all are. Nosy. On YouTube, we got D. Holcomb, the Panther Network, Corey Willis, Eric Boone is in the building. That's one of my dudes. Jeremy Davis is in the building. And on Facebook, we got Melvin Dews, Daryl Anderson, Mindy Collins, Chris Charles, Mate, I see you in there. I see you, Nessa. I see everybody. Share the show. Look at, she said, share the show by clicking the arrow below. Boy, the Colorado game was a hell of a game. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, we're going to talk about Charles Foreman is in the building. Cleopatra's and Mimi's New Orleans Cafe and Oyster Bar is in the building. Who that in my background? That's my daughter and her fiance. That's my grandson's parents behind me. They have they're in LA, and they have a food truck called From Memphis with Love. That's the food truck with the Memphis background, and see the pyramid. I get the pyramid back there. Everything Memphis, and the young man, his family grew up. He grew up learning the wing business. He always wanted a wing store. So guess what? Let's get you your home on a vehicle, and take that to LA. They proud of him. That's my baby over there. She got a little t-shirt on. Even my grandson got his from it's so if you're in LA, you got to stop. You got to find it. I'll hook you up, find out where they at. You got to go by there. They had a soft opening this weekend. They waiting on Big Daddy to come to have a grand opening. So it's yes, Melvin Dukes, that's who's in the background with your nosy self. You're so nosy. Those are my enterprise. I remember I told you, it's not about being employed, it's being deployed. Data boss. I'm not just telling y'all on this stuff on this show that I'm not doing in my own life. But what's up, Morris? Hey, Tina. Tina said Victory Monday. Oh my, Tina, Tina. That little team of yours is pretty good. I just don't want to cheer for them because I don't like Joey Bosa. But good, it's a good weekend for the Dodgers. Absolutely. Hey, Dale Griggs. Hey, Shanquetta. Shanquetta, when you go to LA, you let me know so you can go over there and get some of them. The last time I went out there, my young my little son-in-law, he cooked. I said, dude, you got to. If we're gonna do it, I got to sample it, Doc. Man, that man cooked me. I don't really eat that much fried food, but that man cooked me some wings. Man, I don't know what that man got a honey hot with jerk chicken. I don't know what he be doing in there. And so the man even got fried okra. And what happens is it's cashless. You have to pay, you can order your stuff and be ready when he get there off the kiosk. They got the it's completely electronic, whatever they call it. But shout out, and I'm so proud. It's all over the place. It was downtown this weekend. It was downtown, so they just not in one place. So they all over the place. Yeah, that's Big Dad. But Rod Wells, I'll let you know when you out there. When you out there, let me know, and I'll put you right where they at. I'll put you right where they at. Hook them up. I got you, baby. I got you. Let's see what else. Drop the address because my salon live there. They all over the place. What I'll do is give you. I'll get the information. I get it to you. I can't do it. I'm trying to do the show, but I'm gonna make sure. What's up, Ray Moore? But that's the kind of stuff, man, that I'm just so proud to see these young people just go and say, okay, let's do it. Yeah, and they Memphis wings. Y'all, if you don't know about Memphis wings, y'all think about Memphis barbecue, but Memphis wings are unbelievable. Like I told you, the man even got fried okra, man. It's unbelievable. Sweet potato fried. It's just everything. And so I'll make sure, Belinda, I ain't just going to drop it in here. Because I don't, if you really are serious, I'll send it out to you. I'll give it to you. But let's see where I got to go. Where I got to I saw something from Avery Johnson this morning. I saw something this morning. Okay, let me get some. Oh, let me drink some water out of this Chop Shop cup. Hold on. Oh, I told y'all life is good. Life is good. I got this from Avery Johnson, and he said, nurture your relationships. They are invaluable assets. Don't underestimate their significance. I'm starting it off. Nurture your relationships. They are invaluable assets. Can't put a valuable on it. Don't underestimate their significance. Listen, y'all got to hear me on this one. Y'all got to hear me on this one. I'm talking to Eric Boone the other day. He just asked me some questions. He just knows it. But he asked me questions. And I said, wow. A lot of people never asked me in my whole life, in my whole career. And I said, wow. And me talking to him about it, we was talking about another subject. He asked me a question about, man, why did this guy choose you? Why did this guy? And so, but sometimes though I found out, just keep being good at what you do. Be great, man. That's why I got this thing from for Coach Prime. A few years ago when I was talking about Coach Prime, Chris Walker accused me of, you know, Chris Walker loves LeBron's basketball exploits. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. But this Coach Prime, this stuff he's been doing, it's just. I told you, a friend of mine told me, you got a bromance with him. I said, he's just doing stuff. He reminds me of me. And when you find people that's doing like stuff like you doing, it's a kinship there. You follow me? And I was at the barber shop, and we was listening to some stuff that Prime did. It's not all viral. One of the best interviews he gave is not viral. And he was listening, and my barber was cutting my hair. He was listening for the first time. And he said, man, that's just what you do. This happened this morning. I had to get shaped up this morning. And he told me that I didn't know he thought that way about me. But it's unbelievable, man. But nurture your relationships, y'all. I'm just telling you, nurture relationships. I want to shout out, before we go any further, my best friends in the world, one of the greatest men that I've ever met in my life, named Byron Dinkins. Google him. Byron Dinkins. Used to play for the Houston Rockets. I met him. He was a rookie with the Houston Rockets. And we just met. I forgot we met. It's another player introduced us, but me and him wind up just being, this is my dude. He watched the show sometime. He lives in Charlotte. He coached at the University of Charlotte, but he got inducted into the Hall of Fame at the University of Charlotte. Man, let me give you a picture of him and his beautiful wife, Lisa. Hold up. Yeah. I got to do that. Yeah. He's my people, man. It's my people right there. Hold on. It's my man right there. Him and his wife in the Hall of Fame, man. In the Hall of Fame. At the college he played for, everybody don't make it into the Hall of Fame at the college they paid for. Shout out to him. They did a little tribute on the football field for him. Let me see that. I know I had it. Yeah, right here.
Conference Tournament MVP, who led Charlotte backwards to the national stage. One of the most beloved players to wear the green and white, who is now on the 49ers coaching staff. Guard Byron Dinkins. Who have been loyal to supporters of the Athletic Conference Tournament MVP.
I didn't say one of the greatest basketball players. I say one of the greatest men that I've ever met in my entire life. Share the show, y'all, because this show is about one of the greatest men that I've ever came across. Is that man right there. Unbelievable. Shout out to him today. Hall of Fame. What's up, Frank? Shout out to him. Shout out to my young fella, Travis Hunter. He has a lacerated liver and will be out at least 3 to 4 weeks. This boy, Henry Blackburn, should have been suspended as long as Travis is, with that dirty ass hit on that kid. Great game the other night. And I sit back and said, was thinking about it, the game the other night that kept people up. Y'all, I didn't miss a second of the game. People all over the world, people on the East Coast, people, Frank, I know you on the East Coast. Did you? Frank, you've been in this business a long time. I've never seen nothing like this, y'all. See, y'all been fans for a long time. I've been in this business for 30 years. Up close and personal. I know the outside and the backside of of the game. I've just never seen nothing like this before. Never seen nothing like this. I was just thinking about, are you entertained? And one thing I learned about, you got to play 60-minute ball game. All of that, what you did in the beginning of the game and all that, I thought about this.
I got one thing to say. This is my house. I built this, and this is my house. I got one thing to say. This is my house. I built this, and this is my house. I got one thing to say. This is...
Man, looking just like Bucky on there. Yo, I've been accused of a bromance. Now this 3 years ago. I mean, when he first got to Jackson, I loved him then. When he left Jackson, I criticized him because you remember I always tell y'all, I don't knock your hustle, but give me the right to question your ethics. Y'all, I got some friends on the East Coast was up to 3 o'clock in the morning watching a football game. Then the young fella Shadur, that's Shaq's son. They can investigate it all they want to by the eye poke. He should have poked him in the eye. The dude, that's the same dude. It's the same dude that smashed him on the damn turf. Trey Phillips said, my first time staying up in a long time to watch it, West Coast basketball, especially overtime. Yo, let me tell y'all something. The young fella, Shadur, said, I went Brady mode. Who says that? Y'all be talking about special. Like y'all say special, not special. The man said, y'all got to realize, Deion Sanders had the cats on the East Coast up to 2 in the morning, locked in, watching college football. Amazing comeback victory. Number one, Shadur is the truth. My barber this morning, guess what he told me? He said, Rob, it's a thing. He cursed. He says a guy, I'm going to start saying bull junk, y'all. As of today, if Deion say he ain't cursing since 18 years old, man, I got to get it out of me. But I told you, sometimes I got to be profane, fame to be profane. I'm going to say bull junk and all that from now on, y'all. I'm trying. I love him. Shadur is the truth. Colorado was definitely playing dirty. It's 3 things I came out of that with. Who cares if the fans rush the field? Let them be happy. Somebody, they rushing the field. Let them rush the field. They've been losing. Tom Brady tweeted. I put it on his Instagram. I want to go Shadur mode at some point in my life. Number 14 wasn't no dog. Number 14 was all right. All they're doing running crossing routes. And we had people in the game. Y'all got to remember, Travis went out early. So we had to have a guy who was playing the nickel. He had to play Travis' spot. Then we had to have another guy come in and play his spot. So guess what? Those kind of things happen. I wasn't worried. 14 didn't stress me out. 14, because guess what? Every time that we had to have a stop, we got to stop. 14. Our inability to make a first down and missing passes, hitting your hand drop, that's what stressed me out. 14 didn't stress me out for Colorado State. He didn't. That's the same guy who laid in there in shallow, picked him off and went 80 yards with it. So he didn't stress me out. Them dropping of them third down passes, Jimmy Horn and Weaver, that you've been catching, But now when you got to step up when your dog is out, you ain't catching them no more. That's what stressed me out. And I just didn't think, I just didn't realize these guys had that much resolve. So y'all got to understand, man, that coach, see, I'm going to tell you what stressed me out. You got a rotten ass coach. Yeah, I'm calling him rotten. Because players don't play like that unless they coach like that. Y'all ever heard of Bounty Gate? Where the coach down there in New Orleans was caught telling people to hurt people. Dude, there was bounties out on these guys, man. Did y'all see the assistant coach in the beginning of the game? The assistant coach was acting like a LeBron. He was acting... I wish I had the video. I got it, but I didn't put it up there. The assistant coach from the other team, he out there arguing with the players. The assistant coach from the other team arguing with the players. So they were sending that dude, when he smashed and hit Shador like that and laid on him like that and put his body on him, you can damage your clavicle like that. He knows it. And he did it anyway. I'd have poked his mammy's eyes out if I was Shador. So, y'all just, I'm just watching these narratives. They were being coached like that. They were being coached all across the board. Blackburn moved his player out the way and hit Travis. My problem is, nobody on the team but Shador came down. Where were the offensive linemen? Where was everybody? Nobody went and got in that boy's face but Shador. I keep saying Shador. Shador, man, making me think, dog, you ain't no suburb kid. Because I saw you after the game. You ain't never went with your daddy after the game to greet the other coach, Shador. Shador went right up in that. Did you say I was looking at? You know I got that video. Look out there and then say, yeah, take that with you. Get on out of here. Take that with you. Yeah, his mammy, Tina. I told y'all to share the show. This finna be crazy. She said, I don't think of Colorado's transfer of the plan, so it's good to see them winning. I ain't worried about all that. They 3-0. Care about no damn transfer. They 3-0. We should all wait for... excuse me. James Boogie, whatever your name is. I don't have to wait to USC Oregon games to know what Colorado really has. I don't give a fat rat's ass about Alabama. I don't care. I know how hard it is to win at that level. They was 1-11 last year. You tell us not to talk about it. They got 2 coaches. They got a coach fired last year. And you expect we should wait. I ain't waiting. You wait, because you're sounding like an undercover hater over there. Talking about waiting. I ain't got to wait for next week. I'm talking right now. I had to put that up on the board. Yo, look at those words. Hater. Number 8 for Colorado State was cold. He was cold. His ass wasn't cold a week before when they got a 50-something piece put on his ass. He was cold in that game. But they got a 50-piece put on him a couple of weeks before. And they had a whole week off to prepare to play dirty. I'm not giving them no credit. Y'all can. I'm not giving them no credit. Y'all can give him to him. That bull jump, yeah. Oh, come on here with that bull jump. But I'm saying, for all of them players to be playing like dirty like that, I understand playing hard, but we're going to talk about that. I don't have the love for each other. They don't have the love for each other yet. Hunter. Let me keep going. Yeah. Let me keep. What else I had? But I got a message to you black folks. To you black folks. Because I don't know who bougie is. You black folks. Recognize your inherent worth and understand the value you bring to the world. Every person deserves to be recognized, respected, and valued for their unique qualities, talents, contributions through education, advocacy, and support. We should aim to inspire one another, embrace our worth, and demand the recognition and appreciation we deserve. Mainly, stop waiting around for others' approval. Stand tall, assert your value, and thrive in environments that honor and celebrate your worth.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
See there? Siri. You can tell where she's from because she didn't understand it. Sometimes one statement sums it up. Coach Prime said, my blessings ain't got nothing to do with his blessings. There's enough space for all of us. That's enough space for all of us. Now we got to get on here and talk about, wait it. Now we got to, on this show, we should all wait for Oregon and USC game to know what Colorado. I don't care about no damn Colorado, James Boogie. Talking about Prime. I didn't care about Colorado before he was there. And if he leave, I ain't going to care about Colorado again. It ain't about Colorado to me. We don't go crazy with Alabama. Hell no, I ain't going to go crazy with no Alabama. I ain't got no connection with Alabama. What do y'all see? Them was off all week. They had a week to be off. Take a look. Hey, all I'm telling y'all, take a look at what people are saying. You think I'm going to let these dudes talk about? Not going to be able to do it. Not going to be able to do it. Well, let's finish this. I had some during the game tweets. This is why I ain't gonna let people like James Boogie come. Let's wait to the USC game. Let's wait to the without Travis Hunter, and he want to wait. No, I'm cheering right now. Because then you and nobody else thought it would happen, James. This is some of the tweets during the game. Imagine that. During the game, Colorado's behind. These tweets didn't date well. Appears Jay Novell was spending the week studying film and game planning instead of doing interviews and selling sunglasses. This from Danny Cannell. And remember, this from Danny Cannell, former sorry-ass quarterback, 25 years ago. 25 years ago, last Thursday, Deion Sanders had a pick six on this dude, Danny Cannell, to seal the Monday Night Football game, right? Cannell would later be benched and never become a starter again in the NFL. And he wants to voice his opinion about Prime. Ever got that tape? Somebody cue it up for me. Yeah. This was his last tweet. Imagine it appears Jay Novell was spending the week studying film and game planning instead of doing interviews and selling sunglasses.
Late fourth quarter, Cannell trying to be a player, prime time player hating. Got his PhD, his player hate. Late fourth quarter, Cannell trying to be a player, prime time player hating. Got his PhD, his player hating degree. 8 career interception return for a touchdown, one off of Ken Houston's NFL record of 9. Deion High.
That's the dude that tweeted this last night. Then he said, like James, when they get both raced by Oregon and USC, do the networks try to milk the Colorado story on a winnable game versus Arizona State? Will analysis be afraid to criticize Deion? It's not personal. It's just business. This hater Deion ended his career, y'all. See, y'all don't understand what a lot of this hate coming from. Some people don't want, hey, y'all, we got some people just don't want this man to win. And I'm here for it. Well, I love Shador. Shiloh stayed true to his promise. After getting into the end zone, he said, if I score, and he hit that drum major dance, he hit it. He hit it like he know what he's doing. Then the other players came in with him. I got something for you, Brandy. That's why I love my women on here. Had Shiloh Sanders made that dirty play on a CSU player, like the CSU player hit on Travis Hunter, the entire NCAA would be outraged, calling him dirty, attacking Coach Prime's entire program. James Boogie. That hit gonna cost Travis multiple games, y'all. I'm just mad didn't nobody whoop that boy's ass. I'm mad. Deion just a different kind of coach, y'all. Show you how different kind of coach he is. Let me see. Where was I at? Where was I at? Coach Prime, Eric, Reginald Simpson, y'all need to share this because I'm finna give you something you probably ain't gonna get from nowhere else. I'm finna give you something, right? Coach Prime put on a master class. James Boogie. I'm going to talk about something that's more serious than Colorado beating Colorado State. Let's get this out of the way before I get to the good stuff, though. That man said, play my theme music. Colorado State played dirty the other night. Okay? They were continually faking injuries to break up Colorado's rhythm. A lot of people didn't pay attention to that. The late hit on Travis was disgusting. I think the young man should have gotten kicked out of the game for that. Because I've seen much worse. I've seen people get accidental targeting every week, and these guys get put out games for less worse, much less worse than that. That was just dirty, trying to injure maybe our best player. Obviously, Hunter got back in the game, but his mind wasn't right. The kid was hurt. Got a lacerated liver. Man, knock the shit out of that man. Excuse me, knock the mess out of that man. It was brutal. Then they had a whole lot of illegal blindside blocks, illegal chop block. Number 14, who Chris Charles was talking about, legal blindside blocks, tried to concuss Shador. It makes you think it was intentional. Somebody got to say it, y'all. Somebody got to say it. Somebody needs to investigate what Coach Norvell was coaching these players to do. I understand playing to the whistle. I understand being tough. Put a little extra something into that hit. I understand that. They need to investigate this. A team is not going to have this many players playing dirty unless the coach behind the scenes is leading the way. He was giving them 5 when he came out the field. I don't know if y'all was watching that or not. Follow the story. Watch this. Hold on. I want you to see something first, though. Watch this.
Someone had a birthday party at our restaurant next door, Mimi's New Orleans Cafe. They asked if they could smoke cigars on the patio. Told them yes, and they stayed a little late, and they said, we don't have anything like this in this area. So we decided to pray on it, and collectively we decided to move forward. You know, there's a need for it. This is this old part of Richmond. It's growing. The new courthouse is right there. The sheriffs come here. We get their full support. They just had a function here a couple weeks ago, and we get it.
Welcome back. I just had to take a quick break, right quick, but what I want to always tell you about Cleopatra's and Mimi's, New Orleans Cafe and Oyster Bar. And shout out to the Anthony Lawrence collection. Coach Fobb, man, let me tell you something, man. I'm so proud of you. I said it on this show. I don't know if you were here or not, but if anybody's out there trying to buy Colorado Buffalo gear, don't get it from Nike. Don't get it from Colorado. Don't get it from them places. Get it from the Anthony Lawrence collection. I repeat, don't get it from Nike. Don't get it from the Buffalo. Don't get it from nobody. If you want some, Tanya, if y'all gonna get some gear to go out there, get it from the Anthony Lawrence collection. Google it. You'll know what I'm talking about. Let's not just let Prime make everybody else rich without making our own rich. Let me repeat that. 18 million the first weekend, probably 20-some million this weekend that just the downtown made. Not state, just downtown tourism, who probably didn't make 100,000 over a weekend, but they made 18 million one and 18 million. That's why I tell y'all to share this show. It's important that we share this show so people can know about the Anthony Lawrence collection. And he's licensed. Dion said it. I saw Dion say, and he's licensed. He ain't bootleg, he's licensed. Do y'all hear what I'm just saying? We got a young black man who followed his dream, got his own storefront down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I guess his dream was to have a store. And from what I've been seeing on this show, on this feed, unfreaking believable. HBCU, he is the HBCU man. He went up. What did I say to y'all in the beginning of the game? Hold on. Hold on. Watch this. Let me give y'all some more. Let me give y'all some game. It's game. Avery Johnson posted this. He said, nurture your relationships. They are invaluable assets. Don't underestimate their significance. Fobb went down there when he was with Jackson State. Developed a relationship. Dion loved his quality of his stuff, and he got the best quality stuff in the world. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Now he got a pop-up shop go at the USC game. He gonna have a pop-up shop. He just sent me a text. He gonna have a pop-up shop at the USC game. Y'all, this the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This kind of stuff I'm talking about. My nephew, Derek Lane, one of the greatest comedians out there. When he come to Houston, y'all got to go see him. Anthony Lawrence, not Anthony. I said Panther Network. Read my lips. Go Google the Anthony Lawrence, not Norris, Anthony Lawrence collection. Don't nobody have to share the damn link with you. You just go and find the Anthony Lawrence collection, ALC. And it's going to pop up. Keep going. If you've been watching Dion, you'll see what's going on. Fob, that stuff, boy. Amen. Fob, that Fob. Major. Because guess what you did? I'm going to repeat it again. With all you people who likes to be mad at everybody. And F that nigga, F him, and F him. I don't care nothing. I'll whoop that nigga. All of you people out there with them kind of attitudes. You better start nurturing your relationships. They're valuable assets. Don't underestimate their significance. What if Fob had went down there to Jackson Fate, talking crazy, all that kind of stuff. Man, y'all ain't got no water down here. No, man, all of that. You think he'd be in that position? Yo, we got to have some better. I don't know. I don't know who raised some of these people out here. But I ain't through. Just telling the truth. Get mad at me. But where was I at? I'm back. I told y'all about, I think the NCAA need to investigate this. I said the team is not going to have this many players playing dirty unless the coach behind the scene is leading the way. I found out that if they find out that they were being told to do that, he needs to be held accountable. Coach Prime could have sent some goons out there to target their wide receiver, number 14. Somebody could have went out there and tried to hurt him. Coach Prime took the high road week after week after week. And then you have the nerve to come on this show and say, we should all wait. Listen to what he said. We should all wait for the USC and Oregon games to know what Colorado. We ain't trying to figure out what Colorado has, young man. Then he said, we don't go crazy when Alabama beats Boogaloo State. Colorado ain't never been accused of being Alabama. I don't even understand your analogy. And I see you ain't. I want you to come back and say something. That's why I'm saying something. I'm trying to find out what you're talking about. Because I don't understand this statement. You know, other people will let this statement just go by because they don't look. But boy, y'all don't understand. What a man thinketh is who he is. Let me go. Check this out. Coach Prime had an important message for the Colorado fans. See, this is the difference. James Boogie had an important message to the fans. And I want to make sure that you caught this. Don't y'all ever forget this. I'm trying to teach y'all how to watch stuff. Watch this.
Hey, fans, first of all, we got the best fans in the nation, but this is what I need from you. Let's keep the peace. Let's keep the joy. Let's keep the love, and let's keep the respect. We don't want you to engage in any ignorant activities. Don't get into it with opposing fans. Let's be us. Let's have pride, let's have dignity, and let's respect ourselves, even before we respect others, okay? I love you. I appreciate I appreciate you. I want you to cheer your butt off, but I don't want you to get into nothing foolish because I need you and I need your love, and I'm gonna give it right back to you. God bless you. Hey, fans, first of all, we got the best fans in the nation, but this is what I need from you. Let's keep the peace. Let's keep the joy. Let's keep the love, and let's keep the respect. We don't want you to engage in any ignorant activities.
Did y'all hear that? Greater Good said, I see there is no Texas Southern apparel. That's because Texas Southern didn't support it. Y'all didn't buy it. Matter of fact, that hoodie, I'm going to show this again, that hoodie that Coach Sanders had on a second ago, that's ALC collection. That's right. Check this out, y'all. Y'all got to check me out. Because take the greater God, greater good. You didn't see any Texas, I didn't see any. And I wanted some. So guess what I did? I called him. See, I called it. If you need it, send me your information, chopshophtx@gmail.com. I'll get you to the boss, Greater Good. I called him Greater Good. Greater Good. I called him. Greater Good. He do have TSU. Hold up. And if I want to switch up, Greater Good. Hold on. It's just for you. It's just for Greater Good. This ain't nobody but Greater Good. He said, ain't no TSU apparel. I switch it on inside, Greater Good. Watch it. Greater Good. I can't wait till it get a little chilly around here. Greater Good. He ain't got no TSU. Y'all wasn't supporting it. I ain't finna make up all this stuff and y'all ain't supporting it. Anthony, hold on. That's their logo. Hold on. Let me get it to you good. Hold on. Where's that logo? That's their logo. Greater Good. You messing with the Greater Good. This the Chop Shop, man. The Chop Shop. This man don't play. Greater Good, just in case. Greater Good. I'm going to have on that. Yeah, Greater Good. I'm going to put on this. Then Greater Good. Then I'm going to put on this. All courtesy of TSU. Somebody that go to one of them old PWIS schools, went to one of them PWIS schools who run their mouth, gonna text me a correspondence he intercepted, worried about what we doing at TSU. Greater Good. Excellence. Greater Good. Do send me a thing talking about the homecoming, TSU homecoming. Can't have this and this and this and this and this. Let me tell you something. I got a book for you to read, Greater Good. Anybody, all of you people who run your mouth about what, I got it for you somewhere. Here we go. I think it is right here. Is this it? No, that ain't. Hold on. I got a book, man. I got a book I'm going to give y'all. I got a book. Let's see. It might be. Boy, I got a book for y'all. To read about how intentionally underfunded that our HBCUs are. The name of it is The State Must Provide. That's the book. The State Must Provide. He said we had TSU for 2 years, but it wasn't enough sales to keep the license. That is. You what? I told the truth. You wasn't paying for it. The state must provide. To all you people who always worried about why they ain't got that, the HBCUs, they ain't got this and they ain't got this, they ain't got this. The book by Adam Harris, The State Must Provide. All right. Patrick Punt, let me get back to Coach Prime. See, y'all, but I like how y'all throw me off. I kind of like that because watch me get back. Did y'all see the message? Let me play that. Let me play that again, because I'm gonna talk about that.
Hey, fans. First of all, we got the best fans in the nation, but this is what I need from you. Let's keep the peace. Let's keep the joy. Let's keep the love, and let's keep the respect. We don't want you to engage in any ignorant activities. Don't get into it.
I wanted to show y'all that hoodie. That's from the Anthony Lawrence collection also. But I had some thoughts and details on why Coach Prime had to post this message. Okay? Watch this, y'all. Dudes, you're going to be able to take this back to your kids. Darryl Barnes, you're going to be able to take it back to whoever. Yeah. But watch this. Let me go back. They had The Rock there on game day. Dwayne Johnson. Shout out to Well Off Media and Bucky. They put out phenomenal content by Coach Prime, and I'll use some of that stuff as B-roll footage. Right? But during this message, Coach Prime said, we've got the best fans in the nation. That's the first thing he said. Right? During this message, Coach Prime says, let's keep the love and let's keep the respect. Okay? I don't want to engage I don't want y'all to engage in ignorant activity. Don't get into it with the opposing fans. Coach Prime's continue to speak love and respect at all times. That's him. Everybody's obsessed with who's him this year. You know, that's a new phrase y'all use. I'm him and I'm him. Jimmy Butler talking about, I'm him at the end. Him, all that him stuff, right? Who Coach Prime is, who him is, he is a guy who preaches love and respect at all times, no matter what. And that's just so much different from our culture. This disrespectful ass culture we have. That's so different than what we see nowadays. Y'all know it. Some of y'all part of it. He knew that those fan bases would be different. He also wanted you as a fan to remember that the two biggest games of the year are coming up. He knows that the fans of these upcoming opponents they have, USC and Oregon, are going to try to start something with the Buffalo fans. So he's warning fans about not doing anything ignorant. He's also talking about not losing your composure in the stands. He is talking about not losing your mind online, posting crazy stuff, threats on social media. And he is warning them about all of these things because he knows the media will target Colorado and will play the blame game on Prime. This man's a prophet. He is telling you what's going to happen. At first, the media love you. At first, the media loved the Buffs fans, and then later would tear your head off. And he's trying to keep the Buff fans from falling into that trap. Finally, he said, I need you and I need your love, and I'm going to give it right back to you. God bless you. Y'all got to realize this game was unreal. 3-0 for Colorado right now. But James Boogie wants to say, wait till the next. He sounds like them. That game experience was absolutely electric. Fob was there. Imagine this, y'all. Deion Sanders, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Kirk Herbstreit, all sitting on the same set. That ain't never happened before. This once in a lifetime thing. The Rock didn't have any problem having sunglasses on and taking on and talking to everybody. Watch what The Rock said. Yes, it's Deion Day today. Watch this. Let me find it. Watch this.
Here's what I can see. I think, you know, Deion, what Deion is doing right now, let's talk about this just for a second, is we are witnessing something that is not only game-changing in the face of college football, but also something that's very special. And what that special thing is passion mixed with love, mixed with disruption, mixed with swagger, mixed with confidence. But also there's an undercurrent here that Coach Prime is doing, is he's changing the face of college football, and he's doing it his way, but he's also doing it in a way that, and this is the hard part, that is galvanizing not only a town in Boulder, Colorado, but also galvanizing an entire country.
Yeah.
Wow. You gonna make me cry, man. You're all trying to make me cry. All recruits, did you hear? We ain't hard to find.
That's right.
Thank you so much for being with us, man. Great luck.
Appreciate you,
Great to have us
man.
with us.
Now, when I see that, I look at something different. And I'm going to go back and go back. Because I got to interject something here. Because I got to interject something here. I got to interject something. When I looked at that set, it reminded me of something. When I look at the big noon kickoff and ESPN was there at the same time, that don't happen. If you understand the landscape of college football. Let me tell y'all something. Can I tell y'all a story? Can I tell y'all something? Colin Kaepernick. He kneeled. And he rebelled against the NFL. Ain't never played again since. It's a rebellion. Players were doing it. Owners were scared. So scared that that clown up in Dallas got on his knees. Dale Griggs, I'm kind of pissed off at your owner, so that's why I ain't talked about them sorry-ass Cowboys today. But when I think about this, y'all just want y'all to follow me. It's a rebellion. Nat Turner. Tired of this shit. Deion Sanders going to Jackson State was a rebellion. They was all right until they flipped to Travis Hunter. Everything was nice and cozy. They flipped Travis Hunter, and they know he had the power to make some more Travis Hunters come. So, I know how they think. How do we stop this rebellion? One of y'all got to hide this Negro. By the way, let me help y'all. Jackson State didn't even want Deion in the beginning. No college wanted him to be at it. They didn't like all of that he bring with him. The brashness, the self-assuredness. Nobody wanted it. Ashley Robinson said, okay. The president didn't even want him. That's why his ass fired. Y'all got to hear me now. I'm finna give y'all some game. Because I'm tired of y'all just, Like my barber said, man, that's what I read. That's what somebody told me. Yeah, I'm finna tell you, but I want your ass to go back and check, if you can, what I'm telling you. One of us got to get this Negro a job. Because he done went to Jackson State. He was all right the first year. Didn't nobody say nothing. He flipped Travis Hunter. And oh my God. He interviewed for all of them coaches, Florida State, SMU, all of them. TCU, the team he beat the other day. He interviewed. They said, no, man. He did some little league football and some goddamn little private school ass football. You ain't done that. But the rebellion, Travis Hunter changed the game. If I can take him and he ain't got no resources, and all of these Negro, all of these parents, that these slaves get to rebel, these players get to, Lord, but get to rebel and start coming to these HBCUs, Nick Saban getting his head toe off the frame right now. South Florida? Watch this. Y'all watch me. We got to do something about this rebellion. They sent Connie, the lady I told y'all about. They sent Connie, Constance Swartz Morini. They sent her. Her and Rick George talked. That's while we in Jackson playing football, the white people was planning Deion's future. Yes, I had to keep it to you real, y'all. That's how Rick George got to him through Connie. Then Connie had to convince Prime. One of us got to get his dude a job. We got to stop this rebellion. Who gonna do it? Let's give him the worst damn job in college football. Get his little ass out there, and he mess up. Then he done. They didn't know who Prime was. He go out there. So he done stopped the rebellion. That's what upsets me. Prime, get your money. You remember? I said, I ain't knocking no man's hustle, but I got a right to question the ethics. You follow me? I'm just telling y'all. Y'all don't understand how these people work. These presidents of these universities, these big universities, they sitting in a room. Which one of y'all gonna get this Negro got a job? Because we got to get him out of there, Jackson State. That's the magic going on down there. Then you got 60 Minutes trying to, hold up. Got 60 Minutes trying to talk Prime into saying something bad about Jackson State. Who you think 60 Minutes? I told y'all it's two different structures going in the Africana Studies framework. It's two different structures. You got the governance structure, is how we see each other, and the social structure is how they see us. But they sit back and say, we got to get him out of here. Ain't nothing like this. So when he come back, I'm watching the media build up. Colorado, you guys are going to hear some absolute crazy stuff from opposing fans. They're going to dog you. They're going to dog your team. They're going to dog your Coach Prime. They're going to dog the rest of the staff. They're going to dog Ralphie. They even already dogging Ralphie. Somebody going to say, Doug Gottlieb. I didn't know they had and they had the nerve to be trotting out a live buffalo before the game. And you know I don't tweet nobody back. Anybody know me, I don't tweet people. But I had to ask him. It's kind of funny that you ask now. They've been trotting Ralphie out for 50 years and your ass ain't said a word. What's so interesting that you want to talk about it now? I'm asking for myself, not a friend. That's what I told him. That's what's going on. You're going to hear some crazy stuff, Colorado fans, through the media. What I was impressed with this week, it wasn't Shador, it wasn't Travis, it wasn't Jimmy Horn, it wasn't Weaver, it wasn't any of these guys. It was the fact that when Coach Prime was kind of called out by Coach Norvell, his response was with respect, dignity, grace, honor, and love. What did he say? Hey, the guy said, hey, Coach Prime, this guy, he wear glasses and hats and in the press conference. My mama told me to take my hat off in the press. Then they got a million pictures of him with his hat on in the press conference. Lying his ass off. Maybe he was just trying to rally his troops, which he did a good job. If that's what it is, I ain't mad at him no more because he had them dudes ready to play. But I'm not worried about that. I'm glad that Deion said, I'm glad that there's 2 African-American coaches coaching this game, and that means a lot to me because it's not that many. Y'all, you ain't going to see too many black coaches coaching against each other. Listen to me. That's how we all should respond in the summer basketball community. When y'all mad at each other, y'all going back and forth on Twitter. You ain't this, you ain't this, you ain't this, you ain't this. What an example for a kid that he's recruiting. What an example for his parents. These parents. Prime, you found a way to win the other night, man. A lot of teams struggle. This is what people don't, James Boogie, he don't understand. A lot of teams struggle Saturday. Florida State barely beat Boston College. Alabama struggled against the USF. Georgia was losing to South Carolina, man. They was a 24-point favorite. Tennessee was a top 10 team. They lost to unranked Florida. There were near upsets everywhere. And people calling Deion cocky, and it's hilarious to me. Y'all must don't know. What? Y'all, we need to. Wait a minute. Let me find it for you. Let me find it for you. Y'all must don't. They don't know. Y'all know. I told y'all these press don't know nothing. Y'all, Deion Sanders on draft day in 1989, the Giants told him to do a written test. And he asked them, what pick y'all got? He said 10th. He said, I'll be gone before them. I ain't got time for this weekend. Just walked out. I ain't got time for y'all. I'll be gone for y'all. Then told some team, y'all gonna have to put me in the layaway. Y'all can't afford me. The other night, y'all, in a game where Jimmy Horn couldn't get nothing. He was not being productive and was getting frustrated. Coach Prime walked on the field, talked to him, didn't yell at him, like most coaches. After whatever he said to Jimmy Horn, hugged him, so I knew what he said was powerful. A few minutes after that, Jimmy Horn scored a touchdown on the game-time drive. Moral to this story, Deion is a father and a coach to them kids. That boy's dad is locked up, and Deion has been the father to more than his sons. Y'all got to put some respect on that, man. Young black men need more hugs. Young black men need more hugs. You had white people in a sports bar in Miami over the weekend rooting for Colorado State, who they knew nothing about, because they didn't want to see a black man from Florida, Deion Sanders, succeed. That's the world we live in, James Boogie. God is doing something special through this guy, man. Letting the world know what is racist and what is not. Keep your eyes open in these times. When black people are successful, notice there's always this need to find a non-black person to give credit for the black person's success. That's why I was upset about the Constance Schwartz article. Because once he having all this success, they wanted to put it out that she was the one behind it. When a black person is successful, notice there's always a need to find a non-black person to give credit for that black person's success. I was pissed off a little bit at my boy, what's the boy name? Mark Jones. I had to tweet about that too. Let me see what I got. What Mark Jones did. So I have so much stuff, y'all. I have to sometimes, let me find it right quick. But when I find it, go buy you some wine right there. Go to Solomon and Bryan. Everybody, go to Solomon and Bryan right now and buy some wine. Right now. But Mark Jones said something. What's up, El Ray? Mark Jones said something, El Ray. Share the show, everybody. He said that, share the show, thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, thumbs up. He just said something about the pregame activities. Remind him of the BET Awards. I ain't like that. Because I don't like the tropes. See, BET Awards, if you know anything, I've been to the BET Awards. If you know anything about them, that's not good. Why couldn't you say the NAACP Image Awards? Why couldn't you say something of excellence? BET Awards is a shit show. And he mentioned that. See, the reason I said it, because I know if Colorado loses that game, ESPN gonna try to act like Prime had Larry Hoover in the locker room. See, that's what y'all don't understand. Man, it's crazy how I witnessed a couple of coming out of nowhere. All this stuff. The team is distracted. This isn't a football program. This is a circus. This is what they were saying about it. Hold on. Let me find it. Watch this.
You know, maybe if Coach Prime didn't have Yo MTV raps in the locker room before the game, at halftime, after the game, maybe they'd be in control of this game instead of getting beat like a drum. I mean, it's flat out embarrassing. He's running the fucking Yo MTV, got Fab Five Freddy, whatever the fuck it is, Flavor Flav. What an embarrassment. This clown talks a good game. He's got fucking Yo MTV raps in the locker room. He ain't no coach. That's not a football program. That's a MTV house party, Yo MTV raps. It's an embarrassment, it's an abomination, and it's a liability. Don't send your kids there. If you send your kid to Deion Sanders, he's going to come out wearing a hunk of gold chain. He ain't getting a job. He ain't even getting a fucking diploma. He's going to get himself a criminal record hanging out with Deion Sanders and his Fab Five Freddy, Yo MTV raps. Go.
Somebody need to get you a dentist. I didn't like Lil Wayne walking on the field because I didn't understand shit. I ain't never understood nothing Lil Wayne said. I'm glad you like it. I don't like that. Lil Wayne walking on the field, ain't. You know what I would have loved to see? Because he was there. He from Denver. Robert Smith walking out, the richest black man in American history. Him walking out on the field. He was there. Didn't nobody say nothing about that. Tina Jackson. Tina, you need to bring this up on your show. Robert Frederick Smith, that guy who gave them kids all the money, the guy who relieved the debt of every 400 students at Morehouse a couple of years ago. He was at the game. He was Deion's guest. Kawhi Leonard don't even go to his own damn games, but he was at Deion Sanders' game. Robert Frederick Smith was at the game. He's a part of the entourage. Mark Jones, you can't say that. And the funniest thing about covering and watching this the Deion craze is people who don't know nothing about football are jumping in. Like the broadcast, the guy was talking about the CSU tight end who caught the damn ball off his toe, ain't did nothing else all season. Talking about the NFL scouts are very happy to look at that TD. It's a feature insurance salesman. Y'all, this stuff is crazy. Thinking about Prime, man. He said his biological father was a drug addict. His stepfather was a good man, but he was an alcoholic. He said he had never tasted alcohol in his life, had never smoked and never drank. He stopped using profanity when he was 18 years old. He said, so all of that idiotic stuff y'all saw him doing, he was well aware of doing it. It was strategic and part of the plan. It was part of the process. He used to write down sayings because he knew an agent told him that cornerbacks don't get paid that money. He said, man, the baseball tried to give him out of high school, tried to give him a contract. He said, man, that ain't enough money to retire my mama. He said, I got to create this image. He said, start writing down quotes. Write down quotes. So whenever he do something, he gonna quote to make himself bigger than life. So he can get paid to retire his mama. He said, some dude's talking about, man, you ain't never made a tackle in his life. He said, man, yeah. I might not make no tackle, but I tackled every bill my mama ever had. To people who are mad at Deion Sanders' success and want him to be humble, you forgot who he was. You got to go look at a man's history. What I keep telling y'all, to know a man, go look at his history. Go look at his history. Saw different angles of that play. When Blackburn hit Travis. Get well soon, Travis. Love you, man. This thing make me angry, man. This was literally targeting. He was tracking Hunter the whole time. Henry Blackburn could have had an interception. The ball went back there. He didn't even think about the ball. He targeted that guy, man. Then you got Stephen A. Him and T.O., he better make sure he have his bodyguard with him, y'all, when he see T.O. These two grown-ass men going back and forth. I'm going to let y'all go see it because I don't even want to. T.O., Stephen A. Smith came on the Joe Budden show. See, this kind of stuff, it just bothers me. I think that's it. Hold on.
What do you say to the people that say they saw the tension between you and Max developing on air before his departure from the show? Did you hear any of that?
I heard some of it. I would take full responsibility for that. That's totally my fault.
Okay.
And the reason why it was my fault, because I didn't like working with him, man. It's just that damn simple. I didn't like it. I thought the show was stale. I thought that we had flatlined when it came to the public at large.
What do y'all think about that? I ain't taking up for Matt. Y'all got to understand. I'm throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there. Because this with him, so he talking about Max, but T.O. said he been talking about that all the time. And T.O. said this, not today.
I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming. I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming, with this commentary.
With all due respect, my brother.
I'm just saying, dog.
Wait a minute. Wait to finish.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to check you right now. You don't cross the line.
I'm just saying.
Time. Wait a minute. You don't cross the line.
I'm in the streets. Max almost.
So if you go on Twitter, y'all do me a favor and go watch that Twitter war. It remind me of some of these people around here. Why y'all on Twitter wars going back and forth on Twitter? Call me or come see me, man. Now go they're just going back and forth. I got something on you. Stephen, I got something on you that'll embarrass you. T.O. said, well, say it then. Now I'm going to hold my peace. Y'all hear me, man? I ain't tired of social media. I love Twitter. I love all of it. I ain't never had to get off it. I'm glad it's you, Slim. Because Slim, I use it for certain information. So I know how to disseminate information. So I don't get into it to be personal with people. I have to know what people thinking. So you got the luxury into your Twitter account about 3 weeks ago. I don't have that luxury. I can handle it. I just don't understand us doing this. See, it adds value to me. Oh, Twitter is very valuable to me. Notice I still call it Twitter because I refuse to Twitter. Yeah. But why y'all got to be on here talking about each other? That's why y'all know I don't have that foolishness. Oh, man. Thinking about J.R. Smith and the value of HBCUs. You can say what you want. You know, I told you, dude, send me a letter. Dude, send me a letter talking about TSU. And I said, Doc, let me see what I told him. What I told him. Oh, you know, he went to a PWI. This kind of bothered me the other day. It kind of bothered me. I said, out of all the things to text me today, what is your reason to text this to me? Just think about it. I diffused it because I was pissed off. He sent me a letter talking about TSU homecoming and what they're not going to do. So I asked him, y'all, I hope y'all got that. I said, out of all the things you could have texted me today, and he looked just like me, but he went to a PWI and think he is above reproach. Bourgeois Negroes. Petty bourgeois Negroes, that's what I call them. The academic section, the sector, HBCUs all over the country, they got a whole lot of them petty bourgeois Negroes too. But I was thinking about J.R. Smith, and he said he regrets his old spending habits. Now he's down at a HBCU playing college golf. He said, I could have fed a whole community 10 times over with the money I was paying in fines for being late on the bus. He said, we'd rather go and throw $60K at a strip club than go feed 2,500 people in the hood. Listen to me, going to an HBCU gonna do it to you every time. He didn't go to college. He went straight to the NBA. But he got this enlightenment in his life by going to HBCU. Yes, Eric Bieniemy. It's 2-0. Kansas City offense look anemic without him. But I'll talk about it a little bit, y'all. Right now, I just don't. Me and the NFL just ain't right. This shit Jerry Jones said yesterday, man. And I know he the king of the NFL. It's just hard for me to talk about it. It's just hard. It's hard, man. It's just hard, man. I know I'm gonna talk about it at some point, but I want to share with y'all something. Parents and adults. I'll tell you in a minute, Mindy. Parents and adults. Watch what you say. Be cautious not to amputate our adolescents' self-esteem, so that they lose the ability to walk as an adult. I'm talking to somebody right now. You can't tell them you wish you and they were never born. I saw this movie Shy last night, and the girl having trauma, and the mama having trauma with the girl, because the mama has felt all this life she never wanted no kids. So parents and adults, watch what you say. Be cautious not to amputate an adolescent's self-esteem, so that they lose the ability to walk as an adult. You can't tell them you wish they were never born, and then act surprised when in life, when they want to die. If you tell children they were a mistake, it'll be hard for them to find the purpose. You can't make them feel stupid because they are intelligent. You can't objectify them because of their appearance, as if their beauty was the only thing that they had to offer. Dirty old men. You can't ask where they got that from when they absorb like a sponge everything that they saw you do. Yeah, I know. That was something for somebody. But Jerry Jones, let me tell you about him. That's Mr. NFL. If he told every owner that a duck can pull a truck, every owner would pull that duck into the truck except one. That's Jim Haslem for Cleveland. He don't care about nobody. The one that gave Face Towel that money. He did that because he don't care what nobody else say. I've been losing 100 years. Give me Face Towel. Deshaun Watson. But Jerry Jones said he would carry Magic Johnson piggyback across Texas for a black NFL owner, to get a black NFL ownership. He said, let me just read the article. Clarence Hill, young man who went to University of Texas. He said Dallas Cowboy owner again denied racist comments attributed to him in a discrimination and a retaliation lawsuits against NFL by former NFL Network employee Jim Trotter. Trotter, who currently writes for The Athletic, filed a 53-page complaint in federal court in Manhattan on Tuesday. Jim Trotter, I've talked about him on this show before. He was the one that questioned Roger Goodell about not having black people in the media leadership. And they fired him. So I told you, they can fire you from your job. They can't fire you from your gift or your work. You take that with you. That's why I tell you, don't try to be employed, be deployed. As a part of the complaint, Trotter mentioned that he felt what he felt were racist comments by Jones that he felt weren't properly addressed by the NFL network officials. Trotter claims that on August 2020, when he asked Jerry Jones about the lack of black employees in decision-making positions in the NFL, the Cowboy owner gave an incendiary response. If blacks feel some kind of way, they should buy their own team and hire who they want to hire, said Jones, according to the complaint. Jones said the comments attributed to him were not accurate in a statement released by the team officials last week, and reiterated that the stands following Sunday's game against the Jets. He added that he worked hard to get minority ownerships in the NFL. Lying. This is why y'all talking about doing picks, NFL picks. This is why I don't want to do the picks no more. I'm not telling y'all, if y'all talk about it and y'all want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. But I just don't have I ain't got nothing for the NFL. I did a little bit for y'all. Let me get y'all, and then I'm going to get back to this. I did a little bit. Man, I'm not through. I did a little bit for the NFL. I did. I went against it because I know y'all love the NFL. NFL has allowed me to do a whole lot of good stuff. Tell it. But check this out. This is what I don't like. And I know 2 games does not a season make. And in the NFL, the bottom can fall out at any second. That established the narrative that Eric Bieniemy is a buffoon who merely held Andy Reid's clipboard is really being challenged right now. Because that's what they were saying about him. Great play callers such as Joe Gibbs and Mike Shanahan talked about getting into a great rhythm with the quarterbacks. After that rough start, Eric Bieniemy and Sam Howell, y'all don't even know who he is, are dealing together. Y'all very impressive win. Eric Bieniemy is 2-0. The guy they didn't want to hire, they made him an offensive coordinator, associate head coach. They said, we can't give him the job. He's too mean. We don't like him. But tell me again why no one wanted to hire Eric Bieniemy. He takes a crappy offense with an inexperienced quarterback and turned them into a competent scoring machine, like I told y'all last year he would do. Eric Bieniemy has called the hell out of the game yesterday, and Andy Reid wasn't in the gym. He wasn't on the field. He wasn't on the sideline. Generally, history tells us that the NFL owners are adverse to hiring black head coaches. Currently, only 3 out of the 32 team league, but 3 black head coaches. Tell me again why no one wanted to hire him. Let me get back to this, because Jim Trotter is suing the NFL. Some of the representation is not accurate, Jones, but I do want y'all to know that I worked very hard to get minority ownerships in the NFL. Spent a whole lot of time And I'm all for that, of course. Jim is a friend. What? Jim's a friend. And I think a lot of him. We're talking about Jim Trotter. I hate that we got some litigations and hoping we'll address all of that. But the overall concern I had would say it's just not accurate. This Jerry Jones. This that y'all arguing with your friends about this slime ball right here. The NFL has no black minority owners among the 32 teams and only 3 black head coaches, while roughly 60% of the league's players are black. He said, I spent a lot of time talking to them, showing them, and talking to them about how they could get in the NFL, Jones said. Talking about the blacks, he talking about. Multiple ways to address inequality, Jones said. Multiple ways to do it, Jones said. And certainly, I would think about one way is it to try to work to get ownership approved in a minority area. And I'm all for it, and I do it. And I work at it, Jerry Jones. I know how much power you have, man. Jones understands the financial hurdles that have impacted blacks from gaining ownership. Most notable, the rising cost of NFL franchises and league rules that a majority must put down 30% of their cost. Now, we ain't got that many black. Now, I understand that part. We working on it. Jones understands. Oh, okay. Nobody got in. Here you go. Nobody got in on a wing and a prayer any more than I did, he said. And I really couldn't afford it, Jerry said when he got it. But I got into it. And as we look and see, and we do see, the qualified potential buyers out there that can get involved, and that's one way. He said, you know that financial hurdles for everything has gone up. But percentage-wise, there are qualified people out there. You don't have to pay down but 30%. Nobody got into what he said. He said, if there aren't here this minute, they are on their way because that's what's happening in this country. And many of the people, this Jerry Jones, that recently have gotten involved in the NFL might have not been able to do it 20 years ago. So continue to share thoughts and ideas and with other people about being involved and from ownership is something that I can speak to. Jones mentioned Magic Johnson, the NBA legend who was part of the Washington Commanders ownership group. 0.5%, 0.5%. Oh, in a 4% stake. I gave him 5. In the right direction. Give Magic 4%. That's Magic is a great ambassador, and I carry him piggyback to get him in the NFL, Jones said. The same guy that was part of the race norming crisis. Same guy was part of the CET thing. They fought it in court instead of just paying these players. They fought it in court. They won. They awarded the players billions of dollars that they had to pay out. And then this great NFL of ours said, well, we got a race norming policy to give the benefits out to these players who've been injured. The black guys' brains wasn't that developing good in the first place, so they had less to do with getting hit upside the head than the white players. So they paid the white players their disability and wouldn't play the black and just keep telling them to come back and back and back. That's this NFL. It's hard, man. It's hard for me to forgive them. It's just hard, man. Then when I see Coach Prime doing what he's doing, somebody talk to me. What we got? We got 13 minutes left. And I'm just sitting up here thinking about something. I did think about, since we're on the NFL, Aaron Rodgers, who had Achilles tendon problem. Did y'all, I did not know. He said Coach Prime may need to bring Eric Bieniemy back home next week. That would be. No. He can't afford Eric Bieniemy. Kerry Holmes, he can't afford Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy is an associate head coach in the NFL. He make way more than Prime ass could pay him. But I did learn some about the Achilles tendon tear this weekend. Talking about he could be back. People was talking about it's not out of the question that Aaron Rodgers could be back this season. But Rodgers was not and would not speak publicly about the timeline. But running back Cam Akers had came back faster and virtually faster than any other athlete in just under 5 months. Rodgers tore his Achilles on September the 7th, exactly 5 months today to the season. The Super Bowl would be in Vegas, but shit, they just ain't gonna get the Super Bowl. But I didn't know that Achilles, this stuff, y'all, I'm telling you, when you used to hurt your Achilles, you was done. And then I wanted to share with y'all just a little bit. Got a couple more things before we get out of here. The NCAA, just thinking about them, could have decided, and I don't know if y'all knew this, they could have decided athletes can play right away after multiple transfers. They could have decided that. I'm just talking about the waivers stuff, because all these, everybody waiting on waivers right now. DeAndre Williams is still waiting on a waiver. The NCAA could have decided that athletes could play right away after multiple transfers. Or it could have decided that they couldn't. But they picked the middle ground. The NCAA is trying to make everybody happy, so no one is happy. They could have just said, okay, multiple transfers, go. But now they put in the waiver. Get rid of the waivers. It's that simple. Either say they can play or they not. Leave the waivers out. The NCAA, they need to get rid of the transfer waiver altogether. And because it's just crazy, y'all. Some kids waiting on to get a waiver and some of them are not. And allow college athletes to transfer once without sitting out. And then allow an unlimited, or allow, in other words, they can either allow college athletes to transfer once without sitting out, or allow unlimited transfers without penalty. Either way. But pick one. Would it be better than how the NCAA is currently operating and all this confusion? On January 11th, the NCAA Division Council voted unanimously to tighten its standards for granting waivers to athletes who are transferring for the second or third time and want to compete immediately. What do y'all think? Y'all know how I feel. Transfer many times you want to. For such an athlete to avoid sitting out a year, he or she would have to prove that they had an injury, illness, or mental health condition severe enough to necessitate the transfer. So a lot of people are using the mental health road. So show that they were victimized by circumstances such as a physical or sexual abuse, or demonstrated that they had a learning disability that required a move. Like many, the NCAA legislator maneuvers, this one that they did not draw much attention at the time. It didn't. Nobody talk about it. But it was welcomed by a lot of coaches who had, whined and bemoaned transfer madness that has overtaken college athletes in recent years. I'm thinking about Deion. They was mad at him. Hold up, they mad at him because he got too many transfers. I don't like the way he did it. He told them people, he told them guys, look, man, y'all will lose, right? When I came here, check this out. Do you believe that high school kids will not get recruited from college coaches due to the portal? Like Prime said, yes. Man, why would I have one of these little non-playing ass ball beaters or non-playing ass players come and play when I can get a grown man that can play for me immediately? I mean, come on. If I was a coach, I'd think the same way. I just tell these young kids, when you're playing basketball, you better be good. You better be special. High school kids. Keith asked me that question, so y'all don't think I'm just saying this out of my mouth. Let me put his ass on. He asked me, do I believe that high school kids would not get recruited from college coaches? What would you do? I know y'all kids out here struggling right now to get good. But man, they just got to be good, man. They got to be mature when the coaches meet them. They can't be the same little snotty-nosed freshman no more. Your ass got to be, even if it appeared to the coaches, you can't be a little snotty-nosed freshman. I'm telling you, know what coach told me? When my son was, he said, man, the only thing good about a freshman, he become a sophomore. Did y'all hear what that's how they think? No, I ain't saying you disagree with it. I want you to disagree with me. I know you want to know how I felt. Got to be more than just good. You got to expect. That's what. Thank you. For them to take you out, y'all, it's just common sense. Well, what are the other kids gonna do, Robert? Hey, y'all. Let me get close to the mic. It's a privilege to play college basketball, man. Not a right. Everybody ain't gonna play. I don't know why you think of little Johnny. Somebody tell me the other day. Somebody told me, some mama told me. Well, he hit this amount of points against so-and-so. You can't tell me that he can't do that. Y'all check out my bag tag. Put on all your luggage on your backpack. I forgot to talk about my bag. I forgot to talk. These kids got to be more mature, mamas. You got to let them do a lot of talking, because a lot of these times you got to teach them how to talk. You got to groom them. Baby, these scholarships is harder now. You're working yourself ragged on the floor. Maybe you need to work yourself ragged off the floor. so the coach can be impressed by that young man when he first meet him. Your kid's supposed to blow a coach away. Do y'all hear me? It's so competitive. Now, some of these crazy dudes, they can play real good. They gonna slip through. Like a mama talking about, well, why the coach he just only want the good guys, Robert? I mean, the bad guys, Robert. My son is so nice. It's great to be nice. But if I do give you a scholarship, and when you don't play, you're going to be mad at me. You're going to want to leave. You're going to be in the transfer portal. And you know you are mamas. My baby, man, I'm tired of coming up here. My baby ain't playing. Baby, this one of one. You got to order. This one of one. One of one. Hey, y'all, the landscape has changed. I saw this the other day, man. I just, you know who I love in this basketball community? I just love it. I saw a tweet last week by Clyde. Did I put it up on there? He said the fact that a grassroots basketball program is recruiting your student athlete, make sure that they can pick up the phone and call a college coach for you. And then he listed all the college coaches I contacted. I thought that was kind of cool. I ain't never seen that before. I thought that was different. Then somebody came back and said, after he said that, somebody saying, this is a fact. If you're playing for a coach or program that doesn't have direct contacts with college coaches on all levels, you're picking the wrong program. Is that true? I'm asking y'all. So, Keith, see, I didn't live by that when, I was sponsoring a program. I never told a parent I can pick up a phone and call a coach for them. I just said, if you come on this team, every dude on this team is a dog. They cold. We got a pro on out. We got pros on this team. One NBA pro, the rest of 2 or 5, 6 of other pros on this team. So you got to be good. You just got to be good to play. I never said you got to. I never did this. I'm asking y'all. He said, when I moved to Dallas, I became familiar with the grassroots here. And I was stating that this and that kid was not a Division I player and they wouldn't play and would be transferred in the following year. But I didn't know. It can be, but if you can't play dead, it doesn't matter. That's thank you, Trey. I was hoping I just went on the show by myself. All these college coaches I know right now, as much as I love you and your kid, if your ass can't play, I ain't calling them. I called Penny about 2 guys yesterday and just told them to take a look. Might not be. I didn't say you got to have them. I just said, man, take a look at these 2 kids. Shit. since I know you like Houston kids, Jared Harrison, you like Houston area kids, I ain't gonna lie, I texted him yesterday. Karima said, just my perspective, it depends on what your objective regarding what you want after high school and AAU. It depends on what your objective are, what you want after high school. AAU. Okay. That's kind of vague. That's kind of vague. That's kind of vague. It depends on. Yeah. What? Okay. What? Give me some objectives that kids can have regarding. Okay. Yeah. Because that's too broad, Karima. You got to be. What are some objectives regarding what you want after high school and AAU? What are your objectives? What some out of what want to play in college? Every one of them should be thinking about playing in college first. Because the NBA might not be in your cards. I don't care how good your ass is in high school. I'm going to repeat that. I don't care what they done told you. NBA might not happen. People badder than a whole lot of these kids coming out now. They ain't got no job in the NBA. I don't care what nobody tell you. But I want to know what your objective. I have two that I would like to look at. That I would like him to look at. I don't think he's looking at the 27 class right now. I don't think he is. I don't know. I didn't. No. See what it is. It ain't that you got some people you like him to look at. You ain't got the relationship yet, Keith. It's come from me. I got the relationship, and he know I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna call him about nothing. I just said, dude, just take a look. Just take a look. Let's take a look. You don't like him? All right. That's your team. Because guess what? They ain't going to fire me when I lose. They're going to fire your ass. But I just want to see, it depends on what your objective guard do. Karima, I guess she went to sleep on us over there. I'm just trying to figure. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I got to get out of here, y'all. But then one guy said, Clyde, my dog, I disagree. You can call every school in the country. It still doesn't mean a coach would take your child. Absolutely. I believe that. At the end of the day, your kid can only help himself. Absolutely. Herself. Size, talent, IQ, heart. Lastly, it's great to have a program who can pick up the phone. I agree with this, somebody said. I just have one question. Most programs didn't start at that level, and they had to work their way up to that level. I like this. See, I didn't get these people's names. Some people just send it to me. So how does this translate or relate to programs that have only been around for a couple of years and haven't built their brand yet? Players has to be able to hoop at the end of the day, somebody said. And ladies and gentlemen, every time your son go play basketball somewhere, it's a business. He better show up there to work, because people are talking about it. If he good, they trying to figure out some holes in his game. And I think I covered everything today. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want y'all to understand. Shout out to the Dodgers for winning the NFL West without no help from other teams. Rod Wells wants y'all to know that. But Rod Wells, it don't matter. They did have help. Because guess what? For them to win, somebody else had to beat the other teams. So they had help. Somebody had to be, if wasn't nobody beating the other team, then the teams would be right there. So they had help. They had help. But y'all think about that, because this grassroots basketball is getting crazy and crazy and crazy and crazy and crazy every day. And I know y'all in or invested in it. But just make sure. And I know y'all don't even know what make sure. I'm trying to figure. Do me a favor. Chart his progress, your son. Find out a weakness that he had last year. Okay? When you saw him play last year. Find out what a weakness. And then see had he got better at that thing. Like if he couldn't shoot, see if he got better. See had he gotten better. He couldn't dribble. Can he dribble without turning the ball over every time he touches it? Look for incremental improvements in this game. That's how you measure. All that other stuff that people talking about. It's when you see it. I saw my baby when he played in high school last year. My baby done went through this whole damn summer. And now I don't know what he's doing right now. But when I see him play the next time, what did he learn over the summer playing with his basketball team? What did he learn? No, you did good. You did right. TSU lost. Southern beat Alabama A&M. Okay. Yeah, TSU lost. Getting ready for the sweat. We just getting ready for the sweat. But think about that, moms. Okay? Moms and dad, think about that. They playing all this basketball. Are they getting better? Okay? Y'all got me? All right. We out of it. Just watch little stuff. You saw him when he played last year in high school. Did he get better on this summer team that he was playing with? Could he do some things that he couldn't do at his school? Then he went through this whole summer and he talking about they done put him on the circuit and they done did this and they did this and did it. What did he get better at? Ask that question. Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com if you want to talk to me. Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. But I'm out of here, y'all. I enjoyed myself. I think I found out some stuff today that I'm going to share with y'all tomorrow. Y'all just made me think about some stuff that's going to help you and your kids in the future. So I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.